Well, with March 3rd past us, the Nintendo Switch is now officially 1 year old. And because we all like celebrating things, we are going to celebrate the best that the Switch has to offer. No lists, just various games we like that we will reward today.
Best game within a game.
I really wanted to try to find a way to get Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on here. It was really good and had some good elements, but not enough to make it the best game this year. Meanwhile, inside the game, there was a minigame that was called Tiger Tiger. Playing this minigame will help upgrade Poppy the artificial blade. Some may find it frustrating, but I thought it was fun. And yet, it still doesn't beat the Pico 8 version of Celeste you unlock as Madeline climbs up the titular mountain. Find the computer in the haunted hotel, find some cassette tapes that contain more levels, and away you go playing the prototype of one of our favorite games of the Switch's first year. Playing Celeste is a blast. Being able to play the original version of the game is mind-blowing.
Best use of Vikings.
Rise, warrior.
Like, freaking duh.
Best use of Britain.
These southern tribes.
Wulverblade is a beat-em-up in the same vein as Castle Crashers in the old Capcom Dungeons & Dragons games. Set in Roman-occupied Britain in 120 AD, the game has you take control of Caradoc, Brennus, and Guinevere, the guardians of the northern tribes, as they fight through Rome's 9th Legion. The south has been conquered, but they won't get the north if you have anything to say about it.
Best use of water.
I like Riptide GP Renegade. I don't know if it's because you don't see a lot of racers on the water, or the fact you could do tricks, or I'm a masochist that likes getting tossed in the air as my vehicle is flung off a wave. Flung? Whatever. This is fun. And to anyone out there looking for a racing idea in the water, hydroplanes. Think about it. For me?
Best use of farming tools.
Not quite. That's a mining tool. Ah, there we go. And really, was there any doubt? This is the best farming game on the system. At least until Marvelous releases the first Story of Seasons game on here. Only then will true competition appear. Oh, yeah, no.
Best independent game powered by Golden Doritos.
I mean, what else could it be? This is one of those things you just love to come back to, even if you played through it already and have it on every possible system, but you haven't got it on that particular one yet, and so you buy it and realize that you just bought the same game again, but you convince yourself that you need to have it at everything because you're obsessive like that. I swear I'm not like that with this game. I'm like that for Shovel Knight, though.
Best Mad Lib.
I don't know what drugs David Soliani was on when he was directing this game, but I want some of what he was toking. Seriously, it's Mario with the Rayman Rabbids playing XCOM. This shouldn't have worked as well as it did.
Best Minecraft wannabe.
Minecraft is one of the most influential games in recent years, so obviously there are going to be a bunch of Minecraft clones coming around. Best one for my money? Dragon Quest Builders. A fine mix of the Minecraft formula with Dragon Quest characters and monsters. Seriously, I can't wait until Dragon Quest XI finally makes it over here. Good thing we have this game to tide me over. It's easily one of the best so far this year.
Best non-use of source material for a licensed game.
Okay, we've seen licensed games where they basically retell the plot of the movie. We've seen licensed games where they take the characters, but they put them in like a prequel or a side story to what's going on in the movie. We haven't seen one where they just completely throw the movie out the window. And that's pretty much what happened with The Mummy Demastered. Basically, they took The Mummy and turned it into a Metroidvania game, and a pretty good one at that. Thank you, WayForward.
Best dude game.
I mean, obviously.
Best use of mascot in 20 years.
There was, admittedly, a lot of crap between Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic Mania. But not all of it was bad. It's just that not all of it was as good as what we got with Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is easily the best 2D Sonic we've gotten either ever or since Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's that good. Although it does boggle the mind to think that it came out the same year as Sonic Forces. That'd be like if Super Mario Odyssey was then followed up by the Super Mario typing game.
Best game with amnesia.
Forget about this part? Yeah, beneath the fighting of angels, the combo-centered combat, and, well, Bayonetta herself, is also a story about someone who was revived 20 years ago who has no memory about her past. Remember? Some Nerdy Arguments remembers. And maybe Petridge Farm.
Best game that was on a system you never owned.
Or,
Best game on a system you have but didn't buy it, so you're buying this one.
or,
Best game you already have but you bought the newer version of because Malibu Stacy has a new hat.
So there weren't that many Wii U exclusives that came over to the Switch, but there were a few so far. I mean, obviously there are 2 that are coming up this year, but there were 3 this past year that released on the Switch. There was, of course, Pokken Tournament, which got its DX version. There was Bayonetta 2. And, of course, there was our winner, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which not only had everything from Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, but also included things like King Boo, a second item hold, and various improvements over the original version. It is essentially the quintessential version of Mario Kart 8.
Best use of nude main character.
Ah, that's some fine cutscene nudity. Bayonetta is pretty good herself. But there's an important reason why Super Mario Odyssey gets this one. You have to buy the outfit that makes him nude. You aren't forced into nudity like with Breath of the Wild or Bayonetta. You choose to be this way. And that makes all the difference.
Best budget titles $10 and under.
Okay, so there's a bunch that fall into this category. So here's just a list of games that are under $10, a regular price, on the Switch, not counting any arcade classics. A Whole New World, A Normal Lost Phone, Atomic, Run Gun Jump Gun, Blaster Master Zero, Earth Wars, Forma 8, Gunner, Kamiko, Kid Trip, Old Man's Journey, Quest of Dungeons, Riptide GP Renegade, Space Dave, SteamWorld Dig 1, The Bridge, Unepic, Volgar the Viking, VVVVVV, World of Goo, Zeo Drifter, Zero Gunner 2.
Best new independent game.
You know, I'm having a hard time deciding between SteamWorld Dig 2 and Celeste. They're both excellent platformers. SteamWorld Dig 2, of course, is more of the diggy fun times from SteamWorld Dig 1, although I think with a lot better story. Meanwhile, Celeste has not just itself as the great game, but its own prototype as a great game within the great game. Quite frankly, I can't decide, so I'm just going to give Best New Indie to both of them. And while I did think about adding Night in the Woods to this, Night in the Woods did release before the Switch release, so unfortunately I'm going to disqualify it. Sorry, guys.
Best Switch game.
Surprise! Okay, really, it was gonna be between this and Super Mario Odyssey, but as much as I love Super Mario Odyssey, it just feels like more Mario. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild feels like something completely new to the Zelda franchise. Or perhaps if you're one who's familiar with the first game, it could be even a game that strips away everything that was added into the Zelda franchise from Game 2 on. Either way, this is our best Switch game of the year. And those are our choices. If you like them, please sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with others. If you have a different opinion, please make sure to let us know in the comment section below. And if you have any games that you're excited about going into the second year of the Switch, please let us know that too. I'm Jeff from So Nerdy Arguments, and if you'll excuse me, I have to go run around Hyrule. Au natural.